Hello, friends. Welcome back to Shadowplaytarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make yourselves at home. There is plenty of content to catch up on. And if you're returning, well, friends, you guys know what's up. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming back and spending more of your time with me here on the channel, friends. Let's get to today's reading. Today, we're going to be talking all about you and what's next for you. We are going to begin these reads by checking in on your energy to help you connect to whatever group you choose. And then we'll be asking the question, what's next and what's coming up for you? As always, keeping in mind it's a collective reading. With these, it's much easier to identify if it's for you or not because it's your own energy. So if you're not recognizing it, it's probably not for you. You guys know, you know what to do. 3 groups to choose from. As always, we have group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Whenever you're ready, I'll meet you at your reading. Hello, my group number 1s. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today, we're going to be doing a little energy check on you and see what is going on in your life, in your energy. What is it you need to know? And then we'll be looking into what are some of the changes that are coming up for you or what's next for you. As always, though, friends, it's a collective reading, so just use your own discernment. With this reading specifically, this is a lot easier to figure out if it's for you or not because it's your own energy that will be picking up on. So if you're not recognizing that, it just may not be your reading today. All right, my group number 1s, thank you so much for joining me here today. You guys know I love hanging out with you. I hope you enjoy your time while you're here. And let's get to it, my babies. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number 1s. Messages for my group 1s, please. Messages for my group number 1s. What can we know? What can you tell us? What's going on in my group number 1's energy? What's going on in their energy? What do we need to talk about today? How will they know this is their reading? Energy check for my group number 1s, please. What's currently going on with them? What do we need to talk about today? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group 1s, please. Messages for my group number 1s. What can we know? What can you tell us? What's going on? How will they know this is their reading? Messages for my group 1s, please. What's going on in their energy? All right, we have the 10 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You guys could be spending time with people that make you really happy, or you're seeing results. You're seeing some kind of results from some kind of repetitive action, something that maybe you've dedicated yourself to. Things are moving along. Maybe you feel like your love life is moving forward, or you're just doing a lot of things or spending a lot of time with people that maybe bring this out in you, or maybe you're getting invites to go out, or I don't know, it seems good though. I mean, it's definitely good with that 10 of Cups and that Knight of Cups. The Devil reverse. Okay, you could have separated yourself from something, changed your habits or changed the people around you. Again, through consistency, that repetitive behavior. Sometimes I see this when it's like the results are showing or your work is paying off. So this would be like maybe you changed up how you're eating and you're finally feeling better. Maybe you stopped doing X, Y, and Z or caring about something that was draining you, and now you feel better. It's like through your, I feel like it's your, through your doing. Some of you guys could be dating or talking to someone where things feel really good. Hermit reverse. It feels like you're coming back to life. And you know, depending on where you live in the world, where I'm at, it's springtime. Definitely in the middle of spring. And so this could be like you're coming back to life with spring. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number 1s. What's going on in their energy? Knight of Wands. Yeah, maybe you guys are spending time going out or doing things that really fill your cup. If you guys are dating, it's almost like there's a momentum here. You could be dealing with someone or hanging out with someone where things feel really good and it's exciting. And, you know, that Devil in reverse tells me it feels different or it feels better than maybe a past experience. More than anything, though, I think a lot of you guys, your energy is higher up, or it's like you have more to give. It's almost like the stamina is there because you separated yourself from that devil. That could even be that you guys took some time off from work, or you decided to just step back. And now that Knight of Wands, excitement, motivation. You guys could have received news that made you really happy, or online you maybe have a community, or maybe there's a happy text thread, you know, a group chat or something that you're really enjoying. Why the Wheel of Fortune in reverse? Four of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this keeps feeling like you're going back. Maybe you recently heard news or you got a job offer or something like that, and it feels like it's go time. Is that the Knight of Pentacles? It could have been a long time coming, or you're just taking your time. You've also dedicated yourself. Again, that's for those of you that you're starting to see the results of your hard work. And for others of you, you could have stopped going to a certain place or something that wasn't good for you. Yeah, you guys could have distanced yourself from certain people or a certain person, certain groups. All right, tell me about the Knight of Wands. Some of you guys are hanging out with new people, or you're maybe more open to meeting others or connecting. And there's an energy of, I don't know what's going on, or I don't know what's next, but I'm enjoying the moment for what it is. Tell me about the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Empress reverse. Okay, so uncertainty. Maybe it's over what's next. Like I said, it's almost like, I don't know what's next, but I'm just going with it. So maybe that's kind of where you're at. Maybe you feel like you're waiting, or maybe you feel like you're almost there, whatever your goal is or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. All right. Maybe sometimes you're not even really sure what you want, and that's okay too. Maybe it's been something that's been on your mind with that Two of Swords. Six of Cups in reverse, something from the past could still be nudging at you, or you're just not sure about that thing that already happened, or how it might still be affecting you, or maybe now you're very much intentional or a lot more aware as to who gets to see you or hang out with you, or who you'll give your attention to. Anything else? Messages for my group number ones. What's their current energy? How will they know this is their reading? What's going on with them? Tell me more, please. Why the Ten of Cups with the Page of Swords? What's going on? Oh, did I say the Page of Swords, or did I say the Page of Cups? And then the Page of Cups came out. Either way, those are cute. Those are cute together. You guys, yeah, you guys, maybe some of you are spending time with kids, or with just people that you enjoy. Again, there's a lot of sweet energy. If you guys are dating, it seems like we're just taking it easy. There's still some triggers from the past, but I don't necessarily think that they're stopping you from kind of doing anything. Some of you guys could be working out, or maybe there's something competitive here, or there's something here where maybe you've had to prove yourself, or there's conflict with other people. But it feels like there's been an approach, a change to the approach. Tell me why the Knight of Cups. Maybe you're just getting, like, right now, everyone's like inviting you places, or there's new things coming up. Why the Knight of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles? Five of Swords. Why the Five of Swords? Maybe you're just still thinking back to things that you haven't fully moved past from, or things that you're still dealing with, unfinished business. All right. I do feel like it feels like a lot of energy, or a lot of people want to come in your energy, like come into being around you, or having you around them, having you go places. Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's definitely not a I'm bored time. If anything, you might be declining. You might be saying, you know what, I'm actually going to sit this one out. All right. So yeah, you could go between having time to yourself, or, with other people, but it feels like it's good. It feels like there's harmony in your family, or harmony in your living environment, or your community. Maybe it's work, places you hang out. It feels good. And what else can we ask for in 2025, friends? All right, my group number ones. Let's see what's next for you guys, and see if there's any changes coming. Thank you, Spirit. What's next for my group number ones? And what are any changes heading their way? Thank you, Spirit. What's next for my group number ones? What's changing for them? What's next for my group number ones? Messages for my group number ones, please. What's next for them? What's next for my group number ones? Messages for my group number ones, please. What's next? What's next for my group ones? Let's change it. What's changing for them? What's next? We have the Six of Swords in reverse. We have the Four of Wands. What's next for them? I think you guys are going to be celebrating something. You guys might even be going somewhere and see people that you used to hang out with or see people from your past. And you'll have an opportunity to get to know them. Or I also see that you guys will be making friends that maybe these people are acquaintances right now, and maybe you're going to be getting to know them better. This Three of Cups in reverse almost makes me feel like something here is like brief, but there's a connection here to friendship or to growing something. If you guys are thinking of joining something new or starting something new, say that you start a new job or you're going back to work or you're going back to the gym or you're going back somewhere. It's like these people could be people that you see there regularly, but you guys don't necessarily talk. And now there's some talking going on, or now there's some maybe learning from them, or they're learning from you. There does seem to be that there's potential here. So if this is you starting a new job, it's like there's new coworkers, and maybe you're just kind of getting to know them. All right. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. We have Temperance reverse. Why the Four of Wands? What's next? What's changing for my group number ones? Why the Ace of Wands? Yeah, it feels like there's an introduction, or it feels like there's something sweet going on here. I do feel like you're extending an offer. I don't know if it's help or if it's learning something or saying, hey, we can learn from each other and maybe we can help from each other. Because it does help from each other, help each other. There we go. I had to think about what I just said. Because it does feel like it's you initiating something new, or you're very excited about getting something going. There could also be people around you that are asking you questions and maybe wanting your advice with this Queen of Swords. I do think that there is either a party or a celebration or a milestone with that Four of Wands. It feels like we're coming together. Now, if this is a date that you're going to be going on, you might be annoyed as to where this person is trying to take you or what they're trying to do. And you're presenting them with a new idea of, hey, how about this other thing? How about we go here instead? Um, yeah, and it's almost like I've never been there before, or I've been wanting to go, but I wanted someone to go with. Again, there's something here about support, doing it together. But it comes from you. It doesn't come from this person. This person isn't the one that has the idea. I do think that the reason that you have this idea, or the reason that you spark something up, is because you're not necessarily liking the vibes, or you're not feeling the direction that things are heading in. So you're trying to say, hey, I know a different way, or I have a different suggestion. I have another option. Um, yeah, because it doesn't feel like you're feeling it or you're on the same page, but you're not kind of letting them know that there's a problem. You're just letting them know, hey, how about this other thing? Why the Six of Swords in reverse with the Temperance in reverse? Ten of Wands in reverse. Why the Four of Wands with the King of Swords? Maybe you feel like someone's kind of taking the easy way out. Say that this is a date and this person chooses the most boring, or, kind of maybe stereotypical date thing. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe for wherever you're from or what you like to do. Again, it just feels like their idea, you're not really so sure about it. So you're presenting something else. Maybe this is even how to celebrate something. I am picking up on like where to go, or why the Ace of Wands with the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're the one that has this. You're the one that has this power. You're the one that has a suggestion. And this person or this job is coming to you to kind of, maybe they're not coming to you, but you're, like I said, maybe they say something and you're like, hey, how about this other thing? Or how about we do it like this? I do think that they either need your support, or you are stepping in to be supportive, or kind of, I want to say like take charge a little bit. Why the Three of Cups in reverse with the Page of Cups? Hangman reverse. You're seeing something through a different perspective, or you're realizing something. Now, for those of you that are going back to a place where you're seeing people that you used to know or that you used to hang out with, there is a sense here of you're being nice and you're saying hi, or you're, it's like you guys are there, but you almost see them differently, or you're now seeing them in a different light. Um, whatever that means to depending on who this is, right? All right, why the Page of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? The Fool reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, something here may not be working for you, or you can already foresee that it's not going to work out that way. So you're presenting a better option, or you're at least being the one that's presenting a option, because it's almost like I don't see this, I don't see this ending well, or I don't see this going right. So I will say it feels like you're the one kind of either taking the higher road, or you don't have a problem kind of taking charge. It's almost like you feel like you've been doing this for so long, or you're not new to this, you're true to this, or you've been dedicated for so long that you know what you're talking about, or yeah, because it feels like you're very confident in this. There is a feeling of I'm not going to argue. It's not argumentative. It's not like anything like that. There is a lot of warmth behind it. So it's not like you're flat out being like, absolutely not. Your idea sucks, or that's not going to work, or, nothing like that. You're choosing the high road. And if anything, you're extending a helping hand. Seven of Pentacles, Emperor in reverse. Yeah, the way that you are spending your time, your energy, I think you're being pretty gracious. Thank you, Spirit. All right. My group number ones, that's what I have for you. You guys should check your May predictions that posted a few days ago, because you never know if you're watching this when it first posts. This reading is timeless. The May predictions is not, but if you're watching it when it first posts, check that reading out from a few days ago, because I feel like there's more information for you there. All right, let's get your oracle cards. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group once, please. What can we know? What can you tell them? What can you tell them, Spirit? What's next for them? What's going on with them? All right, we have confidence. I love it. You are going to have the confidence to speak up and be like, yeah, how about this other thing? Creativity. So you are thinking outside the box. We have sadness, space, and pain. So maybe you've been taking time away or needing space in order to kind of process these things. I feel like you're coming, this energy that I just picked up on, it feels like it's coming out on the other side. We have fear. This could be from other people, because we did talk about you presenting an alternative, or you learning something. Maybe you're teaching someone a coping skill. You never know. And this could even be someone you're related to. Like, yeah, say there's a member in your family that just shuts down, or has maybe some physical ailments that you feel are connected to their emotional well-being, and maybe you're teaching them tools to help them with that. It could totally be something like that, because it feels like you're coming in as a support for those around you in a very stern but loving way, all right, so my group number ones, that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated. I appreciate you guys being here so much. If you like the reading, give it a little thumbs up for me. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys so much. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number twos. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today, we're going to be looking into what's next for you. We are going to begin this reading by checking in on your energy and seeing what's going on right now. This part should help you connect to this group, and then we'll be asking what's next and what changes are heading your way. As always, though, friends, it's a collective reading, but with this one specifically, it should be a lot easier to discern if it's for you or not. Because if it sounds like a stranger, it just probably means it's not for you. But besides that, let's try to have fun with it. Let's see what information we can get for you today. My group number twos, thank you so much for joining me here today, my babies. And I hope you're doing well. Let's get to it. The Beetlejuice deck wanted to jump out to your reading. All right, let's get to it. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number twos. My group number twos, please, Spirit. My group number twos. What can we know? What can you tell us? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number twos. What's going on in their energy? How will they know this is their reading? What's going on with my group number twos? What's going on with them? How will they know this is their reading? What's going on in their energy? What do we need to talk about today? Thank you, Spirit. What do we need to talk about today? What's going on with my group number twos? What's going on in their energy? How will they know this is their reading? All right, we have the world in reverse. We have the Nine of Potions, which is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the Lovers. Okay. Messages for my group number 2s, please. What's going on with them in their energy? Honestly, it just feels like you don't have a lot of free time. You maybe don't have a lot of free money or freed up money. Yeah, for a lot of you, I just think that maybe you're busy, you're just not available. The world in reverse, you guys could be finishing up something. I mean, this time of year, schools, programs, maybe, I don't know, certain deadlines you have that you're needing to wrap up. Maybe that's what you're doing, because this Lovers card tells me that you're right where you need to be, or you're doing exactly what you feel you need to be doing. It's by choice, right? All right, we have the Seven of Needles in reverse, which is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So you're being maybe very real about things, or you're being very practical, or you're seeing something for what it is. Maybe you're being very realistic about, if it's like a money thing, you're being realistic about your funds and you're making choices based off of that. It's almost like the you today is taking care of the you tomorrow. It's like, I'm so grateful for yesterday me taking care of today me, in whatever way that is. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number 2s. What's going on in their energy? What do we need to talk about today? We have the Knight of Potions. So the Knight of Pentacles, it's been slow moving, and Ten of Wands in reverse. It's like, damn, you've worked hard to get here, my group number 2s, or you've just been trucking along. With that Knight of Pentacles, it's been either a long time coming, or you've taken your time, or you've slowed down. Maybe that's what you're doing. Maybe there's something here about slowing down. But if that's the case, it's almost like this is to your benefit. It's what feels good, or it's maybe you went through a hard time. Maybe you had too much responsibility with that 10 of Wands when it was upright. Because if it's in reverse, that means that at one point you were carrying it, and now you've kind of put that down. Maybe this is also talking about this thing that you're working towards. It's like you're almost there, or the burden's already kind of started to ease a bit. Why the world in reverse? Messages for my group number 2s. What's going on in their energy? What do we need to talk about today? We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So again, it feels like there could be short-term something for maybe long-term success. So maybe it's short-term sacrifice for long-term success, or maybe it's, this is how it has to be for now, but it's momentary. It's not forever. Some of you guys could even be living in a place that is temporary. Maybe you're living below your means, so you're saving for something else, or maybe you're making changes to certain things, and you're like, you know what, that's not working for me anymore, or I don't need to be giving to that. I need to start conserving. So in whatever way that is. For some of you guys, this is just relating to the time you have to give and the energy. Maybe you don't have time to hang out or meet new people or do anything like that right now. Maybe you just got to kind of stay on the grind, because it's almost like, I feel literally they just showed me tunnel with a little light. So it's like, that to me is like the lights at the end of the tunnel, and you're getting closer to that. And maybe you already even know a specific date or a month or something that you're like, okay, after that, things should be better. Or after that, it's gonna, it's gonna feel better. Now, even if there's no specific date, I think you already know that it's like, this is literally the energy of doing the best I can with what I got. Tell me why the Seven of Needles in reverse. Messages for my group number 2s. The Page of Swords in reverse. You guys could even like be not giving your time and energy to like online, whether that's checking the news or being on social media chronically, or maybe even the things you listen to here on YouTube. There's something here where it feels like I ain't got time for that, or right now I don't even know. You might even feel like it might be a drain on your energy if you give it too much attention. So you could just be really doing your own thing right now. The Strength card came up underneath that Knight of Pentacles. So it's taken a lot of stamina, and it's taken a lot of maybe dedication, or a lot of hard work, or maybe for some of you guys, even like a little bit of stubbornness to get to this point. But it does feel, for some of you guys, maybe after Leo season, so that's like a few months away, maybe that's when things will be changing up for you. It doesn't have to be that long, but with that strength card. All right, one more, please. Why the 10 of Wands in reverse? Why the 10 of Candles in reverse? Messages for my group number 2s. What's their current energy? We have the 6. All right. So you guys are working towards success, or you're slowly working towards something that is going to make you feel successful. And because of this, you don't have the resources, whether it's time, money, energy, for too many extras. Right now, your challenge is taking care of me, myself, and I, right? Your mind, body, spirit. Your bank account too, your pocket, your pockets maybe. Yeah, it just seems almost like I'm getting like chrysalis energy. Like right now you're in your little cocoon, and when the time is right, you're gonna be able to spread your little wings and fly. Like Mariah Carey said, and fly, butterfly. You guys could also be getting a lot of attention right now, or you guys are working, like I said, towards your success, or you're looking towards looking better, like on the outside, like other people would be able to see this. Maybe your work is becoming more recognized as well, or you're doing something that is making you feel very accomplished. You're on your way to it. You're not necessarily there yet. All right. Let's see, anything else? What's going on with my group number 2s? How will they know this is their reading? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the 5 of Pentacles. So there could have been a money issue, a health issue, or lacking resources. And this could have been what maybe led up to this. For some of you, maybe your spending was challenged, or saving up for something, or working towards like a higher level, whether that's a higher position at work, or getting your finances in order in a way that you haven't before, getting your health in a place that maybe you haven't had to pay that kind of attention before. Yeah, whatever it's regarding to, though, I feel like this has been maybe your journey, if it's resonating, of course. All right. My group 2s. Well, let's see what's coming up for you. It seems like you guys have been trying to stay disciplined, or do what you can do. Like I said, I'm doing my best with what I got. But let's see what's changing and what's next for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number 2s, please. Messages for my group number 2s. What can we know? What can you tell us? What's next for my group number 2s? What's changing for them? What's coming up next, and what's changing for my group 2s? What do they need to know? Messages for my group 2s, please. What's coming up for them and what's changing? Messages for my group number 2s. What's coming up for my group number 2s and what's changing for them? Thank you, Spirit. What's changing for my group 2s and what's next? What's next for them? What's changing? What changes are heading their way? What's next for my group 2s? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group 2s. All right. We have the 4 of Swords. Oh, you guys may be taking a break or resting. King of Pentacles in reverse. So this feels like this is almost like when you reach that goal, when you get to the point, when you get to whatever that light at the end of the tunnel is, you're going to get your rest. I see you guys being able to or just, if you want to have like a rot day in bed or a weekend, it's like that's what you're doing. If you want to go have lunch in the middle of the day during a weekday, and maybe you have the time, like that's what you're doing. I feel like you're going to be able to chill, rest, and call the shots in a way where you're being able to, that king of pentacles in reverse, sometimes it could be a little selfish, but in this case I'm not seeing it that way. I'm just seeing that you're taking a break. Some of you guys could even be taking a break from work, or from, if it's school, it's like that's the pause that is happening, but it's almost like I needed this. I needed to this is what I've been working up to, is being able to find peace or to take a break from this. What's next for my group number 2s? What's changing for them and what's next? We have the King of Wands. Yeah, you guys are feeling accomplished. You're like, I fucking did that. You guys could even be treating yourself to something. It does feel like it's a celebration. And you're like, this is what I'm doing. And then as I say that, we get the presents. We have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So finally, those people, that class, that project, the work environment, or there's something here where if there was people around you that you needed to work with and it wasn't the most harmonious, it's like finally it's done. That is out of my life. I don't have to deal with them anymore. I can now lay low and do my own thing. It keeps coming back to that. All right, tell me why the Four of Swords. What's next for my group number twos? What changes are coming and what's next for them? Why the Four of Swords? We have the Nine of Needles in reverse. So the Nine of Swords in reverse, yeah, you're sleeping better. You're at peace. It literally feels like you're sleeping better. It feels like you're, this is literally like little treats. Maybe you're treating yourself, or you're allowing yourself to put down like the stress or the responsibility that you had. And I feel like you're approaching things a lot more playfully. There seems to be a new start for you. Yeah, this feels like there's a new beginning. There's either an emotional new beginning, which means you feel better, your cup is flowing. I do think you're in celebration mode, even if it's internal. And I do think you are either separating yourself, cutting off, or getting a break from certain things that it's like you knew it was coming to this. Not the teachers coming in excited that they get a break from the kids. It could even be something like that. Why the King of Wands? Why the King of Wands? All right, what do we have? We have the Three of Potions, so the Three of Cups, and then we have the Five of Cups with the three. So there, it could be a little bittersweet where you miss some people that you normally would see, or you miss working with others, or maybe you miss your friends, and then now you're gonna kind of be able to make up for that. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You ain't doing a damn thing, literally. This is the energy of you're going to have rest. You're going to have a break, and you don't need to leave your house if you don't want. You can, you don't need to do nothing if you don't want. You don't need to make plans. Actually, that might be the thing, that you're out and about, but you're just not wanting to make any kind of plans. You're wanting to literally take things by stride. It's almost like, you know what? I had to live my life in this way for so long, and now I'm just going to chill. So that's the next big change that I see heading your way, my group number twos. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I mean, it's all good. It feels like you're getting payoff, or you're about to feel a lot better, but it's going to come through rest. And like I said, I think you guys are going to be sleeping a lot better. All right. Yeah, so I can understand if that is not for everyone, but it feels very specific. So get it, my group number twos. It seems like you're going to be having a real good time pretty soon, and good luck with whatever you're finishing, whatever you're trying to accomplish, that deadline or the end of school year, whatever it is that countdown is. I'm excited for you too. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number twos, please. What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know? What's next for them? What do they need to know? We have determination. We have isolation. Wow. So that could be your work showing, or maybe you want to be alone. Hunger. Disruption. One more. And reflection. All right, so maybe you've been alone a lot, or you want to spend time alone so that you can be at peace, really reflect on what's been happening, where you're heading, what's going on, what you want, perhaps. The disruption, it could be that break, or it could be that however you're living your life now, maybe that's the disruption, that it's like, this isn't forever, this is just for right now, and it's about to get better, is what I'm feeling, okay? It could be your determination. Maybe this is wanting for more. Maybe it's a different lifestyle, or a different life, or, when I say different life, it's like way of being. I want to have different experiences. I want things that fulfill me. That's what I think of when I think of hunger. So I think that's where you're heading, my group number twos. Anyway, that is what your tarot lady has for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading, my group twos. I hope it resonated. I appreciate you guys being here so, so much. If you like the reading, give it a little thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I don't say that often enough, but I am, I'm going to try to be better about it. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys. Hello, my group number threes. If you picked the sticker, then welcome to your reading, friends. Today, we're going to be looking into what's next for you. We are going to begin this reading by checking in on your energy to help you connect to this group. And then we'll be looking into what's next for you and what changes are heading your way. My group number three is a reminder, it is a collective reading, but this one specifically, it's a lot easier to figure out if it's for you or not. Because if it feels like I'm talking about a stranger, then I probably am. It probably isn't for you. But if it sounds familiar, then, maybe it is for you. All right, with that being said, thank you so much for joining me here today, my babies. I hope you guys are doing well. I love hanging out with you, and I hope that you enjoy your time while you're here with me. Now, let's get to it. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to channel these messages today for my group number threes. Messages for my group threes, please. Messages for my group number threes. What can we know? What can you tell us? What do we need to talk about today? What's going on in my group number threes energy? How will they know this is their reading? What's going on with my group threes? How will they know this is their energy? How will they know this is their energy? How will they know this is their reading? Thank you, Spirit. What's going on with them? What's going on? What do we need to talk about today? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group threes, please. What's going on in their energy? What's going on in their energy? All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Devil reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so it could be some frustration over maybe what you feel is like lack of movement forward. Maybe, that devil, releasing that devil, maybe it was a toxic situation, connection, or an addiction, a behavior, something that we were overindulging in. Maybe now that we're not doing it, we're like, okay, well, now what? What's next? You're like, I've learned my lessons, I've dedicated to myself, I'm committed, but now, it just feels like a what's next. All right, we have King of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. So you feel like you've dedicated, or you've learned your lessons, or you've elevated in some way, but now, it's like things still feel tough, or they feel like this is feeling like I see what you do for others, God, where's mine? Or when is this going to end? Maybe there's a feeling of loneliness here, or a feeling maybe misunderstood or left out. Maybe there's a feeling of coldness as well. Maybe it's because you're just focused on your role, your position, or, what you're doing with that Hierophant. Maybe life feels like you're in a box right now, or it's a little rigid. Why the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? Five of Cups in reverse. Why the Devil reverse? Judgment. It's like, this is how things need to be, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, now you're, maybe you got past things that happened in the past. Maybe you got over grief or the feeling of loss or regret. But that Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it tells me like, oh, now I'm kind of over it. Now it's like, okay, what's next? Maybe you get motivated, to do certain things, or you get excited. But at the same time, there's a feeling here of holding back. Why the Hierophant? Messages for my group threes. What's going on with them in their energy? What do we need to talk about today? We have the Three of Cups in reverse. Maybe your job keeps you away from socializing or from people, or maybe you know better, meaning maybe people were tied to this devil. And it's like, now you have to use your discernment. And it's like, I think you want more fun in your life and you want different, but at the same time, you're like, oh, but then, then this happens, or then that's going to throw me off, or I don't have time for that right now. So maybe that's where that frustration kind of comes through. Nine of Cups in reverse. It's not how you want it to be. Ten of Swords. So there could be some kind of ending, or there could be something stressful or painful that you're going through right now. Maybe you're just tired. And maybe it's like sometimes in life, they say when it rains, it pours, or maybe it feels like a little bit of outsider energy. That Five of Pentacles, the traditional card is there's a window glowing and there's two figures outside in the snow looking into the warmth inside the window. So it's like maybe you feel like you're on the outside looking in. And maybe it just feels a little lonely, or it feels a little cold and distant right now. And yes, we're ready for change, but we want the right change. We want the right things, not to go back to this devil, to repeat something from the past. So that could also keep you from really kind of doing anything or making any kind of real changes as much as maybe you want. I do think if you can squeeze in fun, or if you can do things that bring you joy, that's definitely a good idea. All right, why the Seven of Pentacles in reverse with the Five of Cups in reverse? Messages for my group number threes. What's going on in their energy? What do they need to know? We have the Knight of Cups. Maybe you're frustrated with your love life. Maybe you're like, okay, where is it? Or, where's the right person? Why the Devil in reverse with the Judgment? But I think that you see something clearly. Page of Cups. You could have a crush, or you could be waiting for like a healthy love, or maybe this is, maybe this is just like your thoughts of what kind of people or what kind of romantic connection you want in your life. It does feel like you've dedicated yourself to make positive changes and to ascend, or maybe you went to therapy and learned from that with that Hierophant card. Like I said, you could have even distanced yourself from certain people. It doesn't have to be lovers. It could be, old friends or coworkers or family members that we were letting affect us in certain ways. Why the Knight of Swords in reverse with the Knight of Wands? Two of Wands. Wanting to take a leap, or thinking of what direction you want to go in. Again, it's almost like a what's next. All right. Tell me more over here, please. The Five of Pentacles, King of Cups in reverse, Ten of Swords. What's that about? Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Swords. So feeling stuck or trapped over timing. If this has to do with a connection, then this could be, this is what it needs to be right now. But at the same time, you have your moments where you feel lonely, or you're missing this person, or missing that type of connection in your life. Even though I have to chill, or there's, I don't want to go back to how it used to be, or I don't want to repeat some of my own toxic cycles or patterns. But I'm still human, and I'm allowed to feel this way. I really am getting this energy of feeling like an outsider, or feeling misunderstood, or feeling like I don't have the right support. There could also be issues here with maybe how you feel, or your body feels, or maybe it's your finances with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Pentacles. That could definitely be like a body kind of, being disconnected from our body in some way, or, like I said, finances, or maybe even like your home. It feels like things are hard to keep up with. So let's see, anything else? Why the Hierophant with the Three of Cups in reverse? The Strength card. So yeah, you've held your ground and you've held your own. That's a lot of power with that Hierophant and that Strength card. I'm sticking to my guns, or I'm sticking to what I know. Maybe it took you a lot of courage or commitment, or I feel like you won't bend, and you won't kind of break. And that's good, because you're refusing to, whatever lesson was learned here, or whatever, caused you to be in this energy. It took a lot of work. All right. If this is not having to do with romance and it's all love related, I think you feel like maybe things are going in a right direction, but at the same time, you could be very frustrated over a lack of funds, or a lack of support, a lack of resources. Maybe you guys also don't really have time. The Sun card, the Six of Swords, you're trying to be happy and move on and move forward. All right. If that sounds like you, my group threes, then let's see what's coming up next for you and what's changing. Thank you, Spirit. All right, messages for my group number threes, please. What's next for my group threes? What's changes? What are some of the changes coming? What's coming up for my group threes? What's changing for them? What's next for my group threes? What's next for my group threes, please? What's changing for them? Thank you, Spirit. What's changing for my group threes? What's next for them? What's next for my group number threes? What changes are heading their way? Messages for my group threes, please. What's changing for them? What's next for them? What changes are heading their way? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group threes. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. Awesome. You're going to start to feel better, or you're moving on from something. We have the Two of Pentacles. It's like there's no more back and forth, or there's maybe you've been feeling up and down. Yes, my group threes. I love it. Empress. You're like, I fucking remember who I am. I remember who I am. I know who I am. And I say I remember because sometimes we forget, you know? But listen, it feels like there is this energy here that's pushing you into this Empress mode, where you're not feeling the way that maybe you have been feeling lately. We have the Eight of Cups. You're leaving something behind, or you're leaving something behind in order to move forward. That could be you leaving the past in the past. Yeah, and as I say that, we had the Six of Cups. Tell me more, please. You guys could visit somewhere or go somewhere or hang out with someone or do something that rekindles a lot of good energy and memories from the past. Unless you guys there's a chance of you guys reconnecting with someone from your past. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're holding your ground. I do feel like the way you're expressing yourself, or maybe you're even giving advice, maybe there's something here that you're speaking on. Because it feels like it's coming, you're very much in your power and you have the confidence, and others might be kind of listening to you. Oh, we dropped one. Hold on. All right. It was the Temperance. That one went all the way under the table. All right. So you've put in the work. More than anything, I think that the change that's heading your way is your emotions, your mood, your energy levels are going to be a lot more tempered. It's almost like all the stuff that you're feeling or you're going through, you're going to be transmuting it into this Empress energy, where you're like, you know what? Fuck that. That is not pertaining to my life anymore. I am leaving that in the past. It could even be a habit, your own habits, or past memories, or something that happened. No one is telling you, to forgive or forget, but there is an energy here of you're actively choosing to kind of leave this where it is and continue ahead and not bring it with you, not carry it with you. Why the Eight of Cups? Messages for my group number threes. What's next for them? What's changing for them? Page of Swords. And why the Hermit? Why does it feel like you're having a conversation? You guys could be having a healing conversation with someone where you guys move on from something from the past, and it really helps create some kind of breakthrough. Why the Hermit in reverse? Then we have, which way do you want to go? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. You're letting go of something that didn't happen, or something that you thought was a missed opportunity. Wounding regarding a missed opportunity. There we go. Wounding regarding something that didn't happen the way you wanted it to, or that you felt was a missed opportunity. If there was wounding surrounding that, we're letting it go. One more there, please. You're revisiting something in regards to that. Yeah, you're moving forward. But I do feel like I feel like it's with the support of either someone else, or something kind of helps you. Something maybe comes in and like validates you, and you end up having this moment of clarity in this conversation. And you're like, shit, I am that bitch, or however you talk to yourself. Why the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Queen of Swords? Messages for my group number threes, please. What's next for them? What's changes? Why the Queen of Swords? We have the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's something here. I think there's clarifying. The word that I heard was clarifying. Maybe something is clarified or you become very clear about something, but it does have to do with a conversation, or it has to do with something that you want to kind of get moving on. You're kind of ready. You're tired of it feeling this way, and now you're like, okay, this is what I need to do, or this is the reality of the situation. Tell me about the Empress and the Temperance, please. So regardless, though, you're on the come up, my group number threes. All right, so if you've been feeling a little bit in the dumps, what's going to be changing for you is that's definitely going to be changing. Page of Pentacles. Look at that. You learned something. Yeah, you learned something. You either hang out with a friend, you connect with an old friend, or you connect with someone that gives you amazing advice. There is communication here. There is maybe it's even like secondhand info. Again, it's a support that you're getting from the outside, and it helps you move on from something. It almost helps you come to terms or be at peace. Tell me about the Eight of Cups with the Page of Swords. Messages for my group number threes. What's next for them? What's changing? Why the Eight of Cups with the Page? What was that? Page of Swords. Two of Swords. One more. It's good. Yeah, because you've been wondering, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Or maybe you're going to be asking yourself, and then the answer is going to be, I think that's what's going to push you to that Eight of Cups, because maybe you've been writing this going back and forth for so long that now the choice is going to be yours, but you're going to be very clear as to how you're going to move forward. Anything else? What's changing for my group number threes? What's coming up for them? What's changing for them? What's next? Three of Cups and the Hierophant. So this could be maybe it's almost like one of those conversations that feels like therapy. It's therapeutic. Or maybe this is your career taking off, or you now feel more confident with who is around you, or the type of relationship you want, or what your role is. All right. It does feel like something is coming around full circle for you. And this does feel like it's kind of soon. King of Cups, Page of Wands, the Strength card in reverse. You're gonna feel a lot more lighter about whatever this is, lighthearted perhaps. And I don't have it on the table, but I do feel like there's a change of perspective. There could be an aha moment, or there could be like that's what I needed to hear. Thank you for saying that. That's what I needed to hear. All right. My group number threes. Very interesting. You guys will have to let me know if this resonates or not. If the math was mathin' for your tarot lady. All right, let's get you guys some oracle cards before we get you out of here. All right, thank you, Spirit. Messages for my group number threes, please. What can we know? What can you tell us? What else do they need to know? What's next for them? We have rest. All right, we were talking about at peace. So you being at peace, maybe you're also going to be taking some rest. We have faith. You've kept the faith. Maybe you've been resting and you've been trying to stay hopeful. We have creativity and death. All right, one more. And growth. Wow, look, there's something that's changing and your growth is showing and you're about to break through. This is literally death and growth. It's giving a rose that grew from the concrete energy. You guys, very beautiful. Maybe you are a rose that grew from the concrete. I wouldn't be surprised that the Shadow Play Collective is full of my group number threes. That is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it resonated, but more than anything, I hope it was helpful. If you like the reading, give it a little thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't already, we'd love to have you. I appreciate you guys so much. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you at the next one. Thanks, guys.